Hi, welcome to my live stream. I'm gonna paint another landscape. Okay, I got here synthetic brushes, flat, filber, different sizes, different models. I'm gonna start with a bigger one, and the colors I have are titanium white, cadmium yellow light, cadmium orange, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, and raw amber. Okay. You got the link on the description box. I found this photograph on Pixels. That's a free copyrighted website. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna start just drawing. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of cerulean blue to draw. Okay. Let's see my space for painting and my space for mixing the colors. The sky here. The road. The little house is kind of, I'm thinking, the top of the house is halfway from top to bottom, around here. Obviously, the size of my canvas is different. It's more like a square. I'm thinking that I should add something here to balance this. Okay. Let's see, the little house that's gonna be here. A tree. And the snow. One thing that I'm gonna do here on the snow that's pretty common is when you just think that there is too much noise. Let's say in that way, noise like and you wanna just knock down the noise a bit. Okay, and what you do, and I have done this before. I have done this so many times when I have painted landscape. I group the shadows and lights. For example, let me mix this and this. For example, this is the road. Here's the road. Imagine that it's just one big shadow here. Just that, and the light is here. Okay, now that's an option. In that way, we don't need to paint all the details that we see on the photograph. That it doesn't mean that it's not okay to paint all those details. I'm just saying that maybe because of the composition, you don't need that much information. You need to reduce the noise. Okay, what's the main or your focal point on this painting? What's the focal point? It's the little house. Okay, one thing that I could do is just add more light to a little house, make it maybe bigger, or add more contrast here on the little house than the trees here. Okay, we have so many options. Hello, Guillermo. Oh, say. Jeremy saying hi from Brazil. Hey, thank you. Okay. Now every time that I see like what I could say that it's too much noise, what I said is just too many shadows, light, too much information. I tend to do that. I group. I'm not saying that I was gonna do this exactly. We could do something different. For example, you can just add two shadows. One shadow here, shadow on the road, and add light here. I got light and light, okay, and shadow. That could work too. It's up to you what to do, but always think that you gotta break up something. Sometimes you gotta simplify. Sometimes just to keep some order instead of just painting every little detail and making just the eyes, the viewer's eyes, just go here and there. Okay, no, I got that. Now I got this line, this, and this. Definitely I gotta do something here. Maybe a mountain or something to break up the composition. Okay. I added this color at the base of my canvas with acrylics like just 5 minutes ago. It didn't dry, that's why you notice that it's coming off when I'm painting now. Okay, the little house here, the road here. Now when you think about the way that we see things are because we see the difference between values, between light and shadows and midtones, okay, and we can just change that, or let's say that in some way just control it in a way that's going to create a more depth if we want that. Obviously when we paint a landscape we always want to create the illusion of depth, perspective, okay. For example, in this case, something that I think I could definitely should do is just knock it off the trees here. I see some really dark shadows on the trees. I think that's gonna be just bring this area just forward too much. Okay, if I want to add contrast, I will just add contrast here on the little house. Just by making a difference between values, you know, if you notice that even that this sketch, now we can see the house more clearly because a couple of darker brush strokes that creates more contrast. Yeah. Simple as that. Now we see this element. If I make all this dark, when, you know, I mean, I'm thinking as I'm painting, and obviously the things that the changes I'm making are changes that I have done so many times, or a few times, let's say in paintings. It's kind of common, like when you see a sky, and you see a sky is kind of gray, what would be the option you want to change it? You can make it bluish, bluer. You can make it even orangey. You can just put a sunset. Those are things that you already know. Okay, hello Swapnir, hello Monique, hello Tina. Okay, let's continue. Okay, this tree here. I don't know what is this. This kind of greenish. I'm gonna paint it kind of orangey. Just there. I see some trunks. Okay, there, with a little bit of snow on top, and the same here. It's gonna be in shadow. Okay, I don't know, you know, something that I remember seeing so many times is just a little house with a huge tree. In this case, it's just the tree is there. Look at that, you know, it's just like, I got the feeling that I gotta change that. I gotta just make a bigger tree. Yeah, I gotta do something there. And one thing that would be, maybe first I'm gonna add a base or reddish color here. and then I could paint a bigger tree. I have seen that so many times in books. It's gotta work. Has to work. Now, I don't see a difference between the values between this tree and this tree is here. I can create a difference. Okay, making this lighter, or just making this greenish and knocking down the color of the trees. What I'm doing is I'm just creating more contrast. Just 1 second. Okay. Oh, hello, creator holic. Swapnil saying my daughter says hi to you. Her name is Swara. Hi, Swara. Nice to meet you. Okay. Thank you for being here. Okay, the sky. I just simple blue sky. Yeah. Every time that I paint the landscape, I'm thinking about making a change, changing something, making maybe the sky bluer or cooler or darker or whatever. And I don't know, maybe that has to do that I have seen so many landscape painters just doing that all the time. That is kind of, that's something that we gotta do. First, I'm just trying this here, this blue. I'm gonna use this for the sky, but just gonna put it down here first. Let's see how it looks. So the bright enough. I want to break up this stroke. I just did it to group, but obviously I shouldn't keep it like too straight. Okay, for the sky, I'm going to light up this a bit more. You can just, I see a little bit of a curve here. I could exaggerate that. See a little bit of snow there. And I know that I gotta do something. I gotta add something here for sure. I gotta break up the composition. You know, it's just too many diagonal lines. This. Okay. The only different line is just this one on the roof of the house. I could add something here that goes with this. And that way I could break up the composition. I will have this one and I have this one here. Yeah, I think that's gonna balance things out. And the tree, can kind of tilt the tree in this direction. Okay, it will be like this, like this, like this. Yeah. Yep, that's good. I think that's good. Yeah. see what happens if as I continue painting. I want to try to control the values to keep the tension on the house and the tree, create depth. And let's see here, because this area, that's going to be the area that's going to invite us to get into the landscape. Okay. And we're going to just kind of exaggerate that illusion that we're going to just step inside the landscape. More cerulean blue. Oh, thank you so much, Sotnil. Okay. Okay. Okay, first this. I want to create just gray. Gray, just like black and white. Okay, we see on the photograph this is the shadow is bluer. I'm gonna get that color, but no, I don't want to paint that bluer right now. Okay, I got another color on the brush. That's okay if I got some that different color there. That's gonna be okay. Okay, now let's see. I still don't see like the difference between light and shadow. Okay, the shadow on the road should be a bit darker, and all the times I have seen those shadows, they look really blue or purple even sometimes. Okay. Squinting down my eyes. We're gonna break up the shape of this tree. It's too perfect. Or I should make it bigger. I got a lot of space here. I can make it bigger. Here, and really thick. Here the trunk could be really thick. here. I'm gonna try to keep all this grayish and not too dark. We will see the shadows on the trees. For example, this area is pretty dark, like but I said before that I just want all the attention here. If I want to make something darker or create more contrast, okay, that's gonna be here. Okay. Let's see. One thing that I know that as soon as I start adding more details in this area, I'm gonna need to add more values. As I add more values, let's say some darker values, I always gonna keep my eyes on having a difference. For example, I don't want this right now, like the same value here and the same darker value here. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna knock it down. You know, with acrylics, you just let it dry and paint over. Like just that. Here on this portion, that would be a bit different because I want some contrast to see the roof of the house here. Okay. Now I'm gonna add more light to the snow. Wait, just 1 second. Okay. Hello, Petra. Thank you. Now let's see, I need to step back and see. Okay, I got my focal point. Okay, that's for sure. The tree in the house, I think that's gonna be all this area. That's gonna be my focal point. Let's say the first focal point this, and then this one. It means that I shouldn't add any light green as light as this one. Okay, the other thing that I can do is just maybe paint the roof of the house a bit more saturated. Wow, that was too much. Okay, I like it. No, even that I think it's just too bright, I like it. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. Okay, now the snow, I just wanna paint it with white, and on top of that I'm gonna add another color. That's maybe white with a little bit of yellow, white with mixed with blue, white, a lot of white mixed with a touch of pink. You know, all those colors. Okay. Could just be in the same area, sharing the same values. Okay. Okay, let's think about it. Let's think for a second. Okay. The snow. Just white. No, not too much paint. If I see some transparency, if I got a little bit of the colors that are below this, like this little yellow there, That's gonna be pretty good. One thing that we know when if we use acrylics, that the acrylic paint, when it dries, it gets a bit darker. That means that this white is gonna just it's not gonna look like a brighter color in just a few minutes. Okay. You know what? I remember some of my patrons from Europe, and I remember some of them saying that they, I don't remember the country, but it's just like everybody used to bike. They use bicycles a lot, and I just was thinking I should put a bicycle here. Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna repaint this because this is the road. It has to be a different color, but right now I'm painting, keeping my eyes squinted down because I wanna see, you know, the differences between values, and I wanna see if this shadow, grouping the shadows are working to you know, to create the illusion of depth. I mean, the illusion of depth is there, you know, it's a landscape, obviously. But even being able to exaggerate that little bit, you know, that could be amazing. That's sometimes what we want, what we look for when we paint a landscape. Okay. Now a little bit of water on my paints. A little bit of orange, a little bit of cadmium yellow light. Oops, I think this color is too bright. Yeah, definitely is too bright. I need to knock it down, the color, just raw umber and white. If I keep a little bit of this yellow, that's okay. This could be a happy accident. Oh no. Oh no yet. Or I think maybe this should be a little bit down. Let's see. No, that's okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Another thing that I see that's colorful here is this area that I don't know, was that's grass or is something more here? No. Here slowly I'm moving to adding more color. Let's see, you gotta be able to control. I'm gonna add more yellow to your house. touch of orange. Well, I like it before, you know. I think it's too bright. Raw umber is the color that I use a lot to knocking down the other colors. Oh, Peterson, I think it's the Netherlands. I think that's the bicycle. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that. And I thought, oh, I should just draw a bicycle here. But this is not a house, you know. It's a barn. Yeah, but I was thinking, okay, what if I just draw a bicycle here and add a window here, and let's imagine that the window we can see, you know, that inside is pretty warm. Maybe I could draw a silhouette, a human silhouette, just there. You know, I want to create the feeling that that's a place where I want to be, or where is somebody just inside there. You know, the bicycle, obviously, we're gonna get the feeling that somebody's inside and left the bicycle there. The colors are cool here, and if I just keep it, make it warmer, this, and even a little bit of a shadow of a guy there. Yeah, I don't know. I got that idea, but let's see if that works. Still, there's a lot of things to do, and now maybe at the end I ended up just making the tray too yellowish, too greenish, and we wouldn't care about that anymore. But let's see. That's something that we gotta just always keep checking the painting as a whole, not just one area. That's where you gotta step back and see, you know, if everything is working there. You notice that how just moving the colors, you know, a little bit higher in saturation, you know, a little bit higher slowly. I can just move it down in saturation too, but I started with something really mute. I wanted that. In that way, you see the landscape, the photograph is beautiful, you know. You see my landscape, and you see the little house there directly. It's just like the rest is kind of just, right now it's kind of blurry. And, you know, it's working for me right now in this way, okay? Let's see if I can keep it. I know what to do, but not always is something that, it doesn't mean that's gonna work every time. That makes painting just beautiful because of that, because we kind of know 100% sure what's going to be that came out of this, any painting. And just the surprise about what we got is our reward. Okay, oh, the snow. I need to make it lighter. The house should be a bit smaller, I think. Let's see, let's move this a little bit up. Okay, the snow, now the snow more white. Just pretty white. I'm planning to mix it with, like I said before, with a touch of yellow, touch of blue, touch of pink, maybe. But right now it's just about just white. Because I'm still thinking about color, but thinking about values. Okay. I like it. Now this snow here should be the brightest snow, or I should make it brighter here too. What do you think? You notice that here there's a lot of light too. In composition, when you add things here or here, you kind of open up the composition, like there is more here happening. Okay, and if you don't do that, you concentrate on the attention just here. I remember a class in composition that we did that was pretty simple. That was pretty funny. It was using just a square, a triangle, a circle, and put it just on the paper, just trying to create something nice, make it one smaller, bigger. And I remember the teacher saying, hey, you place a circle here, there, just a portion like this coming out from the page. You open up the composition, you create something is going on there, but you concentrate the objects here without any other object just coming out from the scene. It's just like everything is just there. That was pretty nice. Okay. Let's see. More white. And just adding more and more contrast slowly. Okay. Now, white is a lighter color. It doesn't mean that's a color that represents light. The color that represents light is yellow. I mean, I'm not speaking of pure yellow too, but you mix white and yellow, you get the brightest color. That is more with what we recognize as light, just because of the sunlight, This lemon, it's kind of pretty close to lemon yellow, this one. I'm pretty sure it said, yeah, coming yellow light. Okay, a little bit of pink. Thinking right now, if I got this too light, I'm gonna add some glazes just to knock it down these areas. And another thing that I'm thinking, how much I'm gonna push this in terms of color and saturation, because at the very beginning it was kind of mute. For a second I just loved it, just kind of mute landscape. But at the same time, I wanted something like with a little bit of colors and accents. But let's see. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Stick Ahmed. Okay. Let's see. You know, just one thing that I'm gonna do now, and maybe pretty sure I'm gonna redo it later, but I'm just gonna knock down this yellow, okay, just for a second. It's just like my eyes doesn't stop just moving to this area. Yeah, I think that's better. For now, for me, you know, I wanna just be able to see the whole painting and not my eyes just driving to, you know, just there, just there every second. Okay. It's coming red and white. I don't put the paint with the same pressure every time. Okay, now I'm thinking about the trunks here. I see orangey trunks, but I got the orange here. Mm-hmm. I think I shouldn't paint the trunks here. But, because if I'm painting, I'm gonna need to add orange there. I prefer to keep the orange just here. Okay, now when you work on an area, let's say this area, the shadow, okay, you can think about monochromatic harmony just for this area. Monochromatic harmony means you just pick up one color. This color, let's say that's blue. Okay, you can mix that color, the blue, with white, with gray, and with black. You can get 1,000 variations from there. Okay, that means that it's not just about painting this just with one blue. That's what we call a monochromatic harmony. But it doesn't mean that that's going to be just for a whole painting. It could be just for an area, like the same here. I can make, you know, I could use cerulean blue. I can mix again. I could use ultramarine blue. You know, no, not red. Just keep in between blues. I could add cerulean cobalt blue, phthalo blue, a lot of blues. Okay. And see if that works for you. Since I don't have black, I'm using raw umber, just as gray to knocking down the blue. Okay, I need some light on the trunk of the tree. The sunlight make the trunk just look orangey. I should place it closer to the house. Yeah, I think closer to the house it looks more romantic. Yeah. I have seen a scene like this so many times in movies. A tree in a little house. We see a bright green here on the photograph. Okay. Oh, you gotta think about using that color or just keep it gray. What's gonna happen if you use that color? That's gonna drive the attention there. Okay. It still doesn't have the tree. That's gonna be a really huge character, a huge guy there. That's gonna say, "Look at me." Okay. Okay, it's time I think to paint. Now that I mentioned the tree, it's time to paint this tree. I just want this reddish color here because I'm gonna add the green on top. Okay. Now this greenish should be bluish, a greenish bluish. You know, when you paint the tree, you think about the same about what I say about a monochromatic. You know, harmony. You got different variation of green. Okay. Well, another harmony you can think about. There's an analogous harmony. That means that you move green, not just pick up one green and make it lighter, grayish, or darker. You pick up a green that could be more yellowish or bluer. Okay, you got more options there. You can prepare a green here, mixing cerulean blue and camel yellow light, or mixing another green with ultramarine blue and camel yellow light. You're gonna have two different greens. You repeat that with camel yellow, you're gonna have another green. You repeat that with camel orange, you're gonna get more and more variations. Okay. Sounds like too much work. Mixing all those colors, that's too much. Maybe this brush is too big for this paint. Hola Carolina. Gracias. Okay. Just thinking right now, just thinking. Okay. Just rotating my brush to get a different effect. I think the tree is too up. I should stop it there. What do you think? Or I should move it closer to the house. Or I should knock down the color of the tree. Or I should stop just trying to create an interpretation and copy the photograph, which is just beautiful. Yeah? You gotta think, come on, be brave. You can do better than the photograph. You can do better than just copying the photograph. Well, the yellow really glows. No, the shadow, maybe it's too much shadow. I should make the area with light a little bit wider. Or break up here, the shadow there. I'm gonna paint orange on top of this color. I just didn't get the orange I wanted. That's why I'm making this adding a lighter color, and then on top the orange is gonna glow better. Okay. Okay, give me a minute, please. I need to wash the brushes. I'll be back just 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Hello, can you hear me? Thinking. Just using raw umber for the shadows. I'm gonna keep a little bit of the red. Let's see here. Let's see, I want to try to paint the trees here. Trying to keep then like depth on the distance. If at some point just this darker values looks darker than the darker values on the house, which is my focal point, and I need to repaint and knock those colors down, those shadows, especially the shadows. Here there's going to be a spot that I'm going to need some contrast to show more clearly the tree and the roof of the house. Okay. let's see, I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter, just with pink, and then I'm gonna add a touch of orange on top. I think I'm gonna add a glaze of orange. No, I gotta just think twice now about this area here, about the trees. Now that this change a bit everything here, because maybe I need to darken up the trees to see the mountain. What about the sky? Maybe I should darken up the sky too, and add more light to this mountain, or create more contrast just by making the sky a little bit darker, or just erasing the mountain there. I don't know, it's kind of, I needed that for the composition I said at the beginning, to create some the diagonal that just break up all these diagonals. Okay. Maybe I should make it just a little bit lighter. Now I'm gonna need to paint the trees again. Maybe make the trees a bit greenish. And then to separate them from the mountain. Okay. Oh, Monique is saying, sorry to be a pain, But wouldn't the front tree have a lot less green since this is the winter time? My God, you're right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. As soon as you said that, I saw my tree and it looks too greenish. Maybe some snow on top. Yeah. I like it, but uh, something is just something that I don't know what it is. But okay, about the color, I don't know. Okay, well, let's try with different green. What if I just knocking down the tree with a bluish green? Let's see how it looks. I'm gonna add a glaze. Let's see. I think it's too much paint. Yeah, take out the excess, a bit of water. Let's see. That's gonna change the green. Okay. Anyway, you know what? I love the red color that is at the beginning, and I think it's gonna work pretty good. But not right now with just the tree alone. It's gonna work with the little orange on the house. Okay. Because there's not gonna be alone just there. Let's paint the orange here. I don't know. I think it was better before adding off the white and paint repainted with orange. But let's see. If I don't see it enough contrast, it means that it could be just the colors. It could be the values. One way to fix that we gotta do it. I gotta do it. Is just making the shadow a little bit darker. Okay, that's gonna create more light there. Okay, now I gotta do something more, to make it look like a window. Because that's what I want here. That would be enough. This. It doesn't feel right, but I'm doing. Okay. What about a little guy here? The silhouette. Or profile. It's too small to make it. And maybe this little silhouette is sort of a huge guy inside this little barn. Doesn't look like a silhouette, yeah? Hey. Anyway, let's continue painting. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. don't like the tree now. It's too mute. It's the same value as this area. You know, maybe the tree shouldn't be so greenish in the winter time, but I gotta do something there because it's about, you know, values, it's about depth, and I don't think that's gonna work. Right now, it's just like I don't see the tree anymore. I know it's there, but it's kind of, shy, muddy. Yeah. Hmm. Anyway, even that maybe it shouldn't be green or a bright green. I think I'm gonna paint it green again. Okay, a bit more and more paint. Yeah, I'm gonna paint it greenish. Hello, show K. Thank you. Hola, Jesús. Hmm. Just thinking for a minute. Okay. Okay. Let's paint this tree. Okay. I'm waiting for a happy accident to happen here with this tree. And get a nice brush stroke and you say, wow, I like it. And stop. And I don't see anything. That's a happy accident coming to rescue me from painting this. It looks like I'm painting a broccoli. But I like it anyway. I like it because now I see the tree, but it's just too rounded, too perfect. I don't know how to break up the shape. Uh, Now, it's kind of difficult to work a tree from memory. Oh, this green is just. Mm, yep, that's okay. If you want to knock down green, you just add a touch of red in the mixture. Okay. What do you think about my broccoli? I'm afraid of just uh, adding too much paint, and I don't see the reddish color that I added at the beginning. I wanted that color to stay on the shadows. See a little bit just here, but okay. Let's paint the sky. Okay, let's see the sky, maybe bluer, took down, darker. A little bit of violet. here. Hello, Hello, Nicolia. Monique is saying, let's leave more branches, maybe. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Still looks like a broccoli. I love my tree. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Oops. Should have sprayed water on the colors. I need more blue and raw umber. Oh, this is black. Oh, I made a mistake. Anyway, I'm gonna use it. But I need raw umber. I usually I don't use black on landscapes. Yeah, but if I need to, yeah, I could do it. I could use it, yeah, just for darken up a color. Oh, the sky. Then I was thinking about the sky and forgot. Okay. Let's think. Darker sky just to create more contrast. See more clearly here. Just keep the same. I think the same is pretty good. Yeah. A bit bluer. Yeah, it's nice. A blue sky. Yeah, I shouldn't think about changing the sky. I think the same sky is gonna be all right. Yeah. Let's add this cerulean blue here. Whoa. Yeah, I like it. It's too bright. I'm not done with the tree yet. I just need to think about a better broccoli shape. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, Creator Holic is saying, will you be putting snow on the tree? No, I don't want to complicate myself anymore. You know, Eh, it could be so far up north where sometimes the spring comes late and snow falls. Oh, it could be, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, I get some. Okay. Okay. Just 1 second. Just checking some photographs here for some inspiration. Yeah. Let's see on the winter tree. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's see. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back. Let's see if I can be able to go back here on you know. I went back on the video to when I was in 27 minutes, 28 minutes, and that was perfect. I like it better now. At that, when I got just 20 minutes into the painting. Now I'm just looking at the video going forward, and now it's full of color. Yeah, I like color too, obviously. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna knocking down the sky. Yeah. It's just like I see between the sky when I was just 20 minutes into the painting. It's just that grayish sky. I think I like it that better. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, I'm gonna break up with the sky, the shape of the tree. This video is gonna be about how not to paint the tree. Okay, let's see. First, this color, I just want to break up the color. First, the light blue. This bluish sky. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna paint just this area and let's see how it looks. Okay. Okay. Now, next thing I'm gonna do, I need to mix more paint for this. I'm gonna break up the shape, perfect rounded shape of my tree. Okay. Getting some a little bit of the sky here. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. If it's not better, who cares? Oops. Okay, I need some few touches. It's just some accents. Not a bright, not a bright. Oh, it looks this too bright. It doesn't look that bright on my screen. Okay. Okay, now I like it a bit more. And I'm just listening to my beloved followers to painting less leaves and more branches. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna paint a really thick tree. I love this tree. Okay, now here I spent too much time there, and yes, I'm gonna knock it down the sky. Knock down the sky. Let's see this color. I think maybe instead of a cerulean blue, ultramarine blue. Yeah, just that ultramarine blue. I don't have more colors on acrylic. I should buy more blues. Yeah, I got the feeling that for acrylics we need more colors, like just like pastel. You know, we need more. With oil paints, I don't know why I got the feeling that it's okay if I work with just not too much colors. I'm gonna be able to mix more. I think it's just like okay, well, let's see this. Now here's the beauty about acrylic, that you can change things so many times. Yeah. But one thing that I'm missing is like I don't have any happy accident. I want happy accidents. You know why Bob Ross has a lot of happy accidents, and I don't get one. Okay. Yeah, I like it better that this. It's just a different blue. This ultramarine blue, it has like this little kind of violet thing. Yeah? Now it's kind of, there's a sky, it's there, yeah. It's not too bright that it's coming forward, but it's okay. A bright sky. It's just like I'm thinking about the composition on my painting, just on my painting. I'm not saying that that's not gonna work. You know, a bright sky. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Monique is saying, but if the sky becomes gray, I cannot read it because of the gray. Then the light on the ground will not be as vivid. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Anyway, right now I'm just thinking that I gotta go through it. Maybe the broccoli tree, it just wakes up my appetite. Oh, Nikki saying, what type of brush are you using in an angled shape of just flat brush? Yeah, I got this on a set. This one, you mean this one or this one? Because I got this angled one, but this is one like a curve. I don't even know the name, sorry, but I got this on a set of 6 brushes that I bought on Dollar City. They're pretty cheap brushes. It's pretty nice. I think that's pretty good to lay down some strokes and just by maybe some pointy strokes. I didn't try this brush that much. I did use this yesterday, and that's basically the second time that I have using a brush like this. I'm gonna just buy more for portraits. I think that's gonna be pretty nice. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm knocking down the color, the blue here. And one thing that you see how, I hope that helped in some way that you see how I move. I can make a color brighter. I can just knocking down the color. Okay, if you want to practice that, that's gonna, one exercise, color theory, that's gonna help you with that. That's gonna be this a monochromatic harmony, color harmony. There are a lot of information out there about that, about in color theory. Remember that you pick up just one color, okay? Let's say blue. You mix it with white, gray, and black, and you experiment with a lot of those color harmonies, okay? Or as much as possible. That's the idea. Now, your next painting, you try to do that, let's say, in an area that we see that, you know, it's just one color. Like, for example, the shadow here. You see the shadow, you think, hey, it's just one color. Okay? That's an opportunity to just paint a lot of colors in that area. Okay? But that's, you know, that's a pretty nice exercise. I did a lot of those exercises when I was a student. The thing is that I think we should keep doing those exercises, you know, because it's just like we don't do more of that and kind of get rusty when it's about color. I'm knocking down the color a bit more. You notice I'm moving on like on a reverse way. I was just saturating the color, and now I'm knocking down the colors. Basically, this mixture is just black and white, okay? But it's not like I'm repainting everything. If you get closer, you're gonna see a little bit of pink, yellow here. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice. In that way, I don't know if you notice what happens when you knock down the color. Okay, the areas with color becomes a bit more colorful. That happens every time. It's just like imagine you paint an orange, and you paint the background orange too, but a bit darker. You're gonna see, well, okay, that's an orange, pretty nice. But as soon as you start just graying down the background to the point that you painted gray without any color, you're gonna see how the orange start glowing a bit more and more. Okay, that happens, and that's just about color theory, about contrast. And if that's true, what should be happening with my painting right now, without me noticing that, that would be that this area looks a bit more colorful. Okay, a bit more colorful, and a bit more as I'm knocking down the colors around. I'm knocking down this is going to look more colorful in this too. If I keep knocking down the colors, I keep just driving attention to one area of the painting. Okay? Again, you move with acrylics. It's amazing that you can move to that direction, and then stop and move away from that and move to add more color. You just let it dry, and that's it. Okay, and then you choose when to stop. If you don't know when to stop, just continue painting and don't stop. Okay, now I hope that helps you all in some way about color theory, because every time that we paint a landscape, everything is about color theory. You know, unless obviously you're trying to just copy the photograph. Let's say that you got, you can just practice harmonies, practicing a monochromatic, analogous, complementary, split complementary, triad harmonies, all of those things that you all know, I think, because you find a lot of information on any color theory book. And the other way, that would be just mixing the colors to copy the photograph. Okay, that would be more about practicing mixing colors to get closer to the photograph. Okay, It's just one thing, or it's not like one way is better than the other. No, no, there's nothing about that. No, it's just what you want to do, just that. Sometimes we want to practice with more colors. Yeah. But I would say that if you're interested in, you know, color theory, you gotta get into my Patreon account. No, no, you gotta just practice every time that you're gonna paint a landscape or anything. Try to create a harmony, your own color harmony, using the knowledge about color harmonies. Remember, it's pretty simple. You know, monochromatic harmony, complementary, split complementary, triad. You know, it's just like, you know, it's just out there. Too much information about that. Mm-hmm. Okay, I keep knocking down colors. I don't know if you notice I'm knocking down the light here. What happens if you got something like this? You're creating depth, and you knock down uh, one area like I'm doing here. What's happening is like it's just like adding more light here. It's the same. You know, you got this. Like, imagine I don't do that. What's gonna be the same in a reverse way? That would be adding more light here. I'm not choosing to add more light here. I'm choosing to darken up this one. I could have chosen to do the opposite, light up this one. Okay? It's just the same. You choose. You know, it's just like I want to add more light here because I want to make a difference between the light here and the light here. I'm doing the same by darkening up this one. Okay. Now, one more thing I was thinking. Maybe I should just create some kind of like when I don't know. I have seen this on comics book. Like they create some kind of silhouette like this. You know, they insinuate the shape of the silhouette that separates this from this, and that's it. And this is just flat. Okay, and that way we know that there's a difference between this and this. Okay, we can pick up just white with water and put the glaze here. And we create depth in this area, and you see the silhouette pretty clear. And that is, they say that's a way to just drawing something without drawing anything. Yeah. And we can do the same on this area, just a glaze of white, and we create some kind of fog with the intention of creating depth. Okay. Okay, now you see illusion of depth. Okay, now wait, that's another thing when you decide to just to create your own color harmony. You're gonna face all those things, but the good thing is that we copy from the photograph a lot of things. You know, it's just like and we got lost. We just got the photograph there, you know. If you start to cry like a little baby because your painting is not getting the way you want it, just copy the photograph. Okay, now what about the bicycle? I just wanted to paint the bicycle on. Maybe you shouldn't paint anything. Just keep it just like that. Right now I like it, you know. After knocking down the colors, I like it. I can just I got a feeling that I wanna be here in this area, just there. Like everything around is kind of dreamy. And here is the place that's pretty warm, you know. I wanna live here. I wanna get inside. No, the bicycle is gonna make it a kind of when you up an object or a human being, kind of create tells a story, even that when you don't wanna say anything, because as soon as that happens, we think that something, you know, something is going on there. Anything. Okay, I think I'm getting closer to the end. No, just a little bit. My doubt is I draw the bicycle or not. Okay. Yeah. I'll try to use a dry brush. I mean, not too much paint on my brush. Just go on top. It's just like adding a glaze. Let's say a dry glaze. You know, the glaze is basically a transparent layer. This is transparent too. And just trying to add a little bit of green there. You see? And that way I have, let's say, I have more control on the color I want here. The only thing that we know, the acrylics dries a bit darker. Yeah, we gotta wait to see the result. At some point you can just start working with just a lot of glazes and using a lot of dry brush just to, you know, add more colors or light up something or darken up something. Okay, basically just that. Okay, thank you so much everybody for being here. Did you like it? Press the like button, please. And yeah, that would be for today. I'm gonna stop in the next 5 minutes. Trying to draw a bicycle here. And the shadow there. I'm gonna get closer. A little bit closer. It doesn't look like a bicycle. I hope that from a distance it could look like a bicycle. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, and see you all next time. Take care. Later. Okay. Bye, everybody.